This episode, we zoom in on a conflict taking place on the edge of Algoryn space. The Prosperate has engaged in diplomacy with an advanced Determinate race, housing one of their diplomats in its major spaceport. Unfortunately, the Algoryn's diplomacy proves too heavy-handed, and the Concord's idyllic society proves too alluring. When this idea is discussed, the Algoryn react by imprisoning the VIP, forcing it to hack into a comm station and call for the Concord's aid. A Concord strike force led by a Nuhu Mandarin now race to the scene. They will attempt a lightning strike to extract the Diplomat before the Algoryn are able to employ more extreme diplomatic tactics.
Will the Panhuman Concord extract the prisoner, or will they be forced into an uneasy alliance with the Algoryn Prosperate? Find out on this week's episode of the Tabletop Warlords.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kevin.
And I'm Sergey.
And we are the Tabletop Warlords. And once again, we find ourselves playing a game of Beyond the Gates of Antares. Today is our first battle report of the year 2022, and we decided we wanted to have some fun. So, like you saw before, we have the fort set up today, and we've created a completely narrative scenario to enjoy.
We ended the year with a lot of match scenarios, so today we decided to go all the way ham on a narrative scenario called VIP Extraction. I will be playing as the Algoryn Defenders.
And I will be attacking as the Concord. But before we show you these forces in detail and give you a little bit more of a detailed look at the battlefield today, you should absolutely help in our battle against the algorithm by liking this video, commenting below, as well as subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. We would love to have you.
If you want to support our channel in the best way pan-humanly possible and also gain access to our Patreon exclusive devlogs, go ahead and join our Patreon campaign.
And don't forget, if you like any of the models you see, you can travel to the Warlord store using the affiliate link in the description below, and anything you purchase there will give Sergey and I a small commission, as well as the spring link in the description below where you can get our new TTW swag.
Swag. This is my Algoryn Defense Force. It's based around nothing other than making this scenario really cool. Points values be damned. Leading the charge, we have an Algoryn Assault Commander with 2 extra troops and a Mediprobe. I now have 2 AI infantry squads. They are identical. Each one has an extra trooper, slingnet ammo, and overload ammo, and their leaders are outfitted with mag guns. Following them up, I have a regular old assault squad. Nothing special at all about this unit. Filling out my support choices, I have 2 mag cannon squads. Each one has an extra trooper and a spotter drone. Finishing off my support choices, I have 2 hazard squads, neither of which have any upgrades at all. And finally, I have a medical team. They have their mag guns and a Mediprobe to make them even better surgeons. This entire force is represented by 9 order dice.
Here is my Concord attacking force. Leading the charge, I will have a Nuhu Mandarin. Now that's going to be using the special rules for the special Nuhu character from the Crisis Shard. And she is going to have a spotter drone, medi drone, and 2 shield drones. I will be bringing a normal strike troop squad with the leader with slingnet, a spotter drone, and a plasma lance. I have a huge group of drop infantry. I have a drop command squad with slingnet and a medi drone, and 2 drop troop squads, each with slingnet ammo for their leader as well. I also have a single light support drone, just bare bones. My last unit is the Nuhu's Chariot, a T7 drone, given kinetic armor, a plasma light support drone, and machine intelligence. This whole force is represented by 8 order dice. And here we have our battlefield for today. We got the fort set up in its widthways orientation and quite a bit of urban sprawl set up right behind it. Just explaining all the different pieces, we have quite a few instances of light forest on the front end of the fort. Those are +2 to your res, -1 if you're trying to get through them. I'm sorry, no, there is no negatives for the agility. And it is light area terrain if you're shooting through them. The roads are not going to count for anything. They're just there for looks. And the fort itself has a few stipulations. So any person that's on the fort defending against shots being fired from the front get +3 to their res. It's -1 to hit, just like any other building, and it doesn't require agility tests to move around within the fort. The towers differentiate a little bit because they actually provide +3 res no matter where they're getting shot from, but anybody defending from the wall who might be targeted from units within the fort, they're only gonna get +2 to their res, so it's a little bit easier to kill them from the other side. Now, the gate is the centerpiece of this. The gate has 15 hit points like in the last battle report we utilized it in, and it's gonna work the exact same way. weapons can damage the gate, just like the breaching rules, except for the weapons do not require to have the breaching rule. So whatever their strike value is the damage they deal to the gate. Now, inside the facility, we have quite a few normal buildings. It's -1 to hit, +2 to your res when you're within it. No agility tests when you're moving throughout. We also have a few instances of scrub land, which are all dotted throughout. +1 to your res, requires an agility test, light area terrain. We also have our custom solar panel field. +2 to your res, does not require agility to get through, and doesn't block line of sight. It's not considered light area terrain, it's open. And the trucks aren't going to count for anything. The kind of random buildings aren't going to really count for anything. And once again, the roads within also don't count for anything. But as far as the victory point, we have our VIP accessing the control panel for our comlink station right here. That is what the Concord are here to extract, and the Algoryn are here to defend. Today's scenario is simple in that it's, very easy victory condition, but the deployment is where it gets kind of a little bit weird. So we're going to show you the battlefield and kind of explain it. So this is kind of also deployment. You can see that the Algoryn are going to start off with 2 of their AI trooper squads on the wall already, as well as the 2 mag cannon teams in the kind of first line of defense. Now on turn 1, on this edge of the field, this side is going to be the Concord arriving with a movement order with the T7, the Nuhu, the strike squad, as well as the combat drone. Now, looking at the center of the field, you will see we have our VIP. They are sitting in this building next to the comm station they used to call the Concord. And the way that the further deployment is going to work, on turn 3, all of the drop squads are going to be hyperlighted into wherever I would like, inside the facility. On turn 4, all of the Algoryn assault, the command and the regular, as well as their med team, are going to be arriving on either long side that Sergei chooses, and they're going to be arriving with a move. And then in turn 5 is when the hazard squads are going to then hyperlight in. Now the hyperlight, we're not going to worry about the variable tables that you roll on. We're just going to assume, since this is such a complicated communications facility, it's super easy for us to find our way in. But either way, the way that you win is I need to get the VIP outside of the gate, and Sergei needs to prevent that. Now, if for any reason we don't accomplish any of that, whoever has the VIP at the end of the game with the strongest army is the winner. Starting out in turn 1, the Algoryn defenders are going to possess 4 order dice, and the Concord get 5. Let's get these in the bag. Turn 1, die 1. It is the Algoryn.
I'll be placing a unit on ambush because it's pretty much all I can possibly do right now. This mag cannon bearing down the field.
Concord. First move is going to have my combat light support drone advancing onto the field and firing at that team that just went on ambush.
And I will spring my ambush because I can't speak, but I will do it when you're right here, so you're not in cover.
Heard.
I'm at 6s to hit with a spotter drone. Doesn't matter, I hit. And you need to roll your defense. You're at armor 8 down to 3.
I'm good.
Oh, you son of a Well, that went about just horrible. You guys are getting your pay docked.
Now it's my turn to see how I do. I have accuracy 6 brought down to 3 from rapid fire, a pin, and the fortifications. So I wiffle ball every shot.
Algoryn. Obvious choice, my other mag cannon is going on ambush. Concord.
My next unit coming onto the field is going to be a strike team. They're going to do the exact same thing, advance into some woods for a terrain save. Oh, no, they're not. I got a 10. So they're going to be right here on the edge of glory. And I'm just going to fire everything into the cannon that hasn't been ambushed yet, or hasn't sprung its ambush yet. And last minute change of heart, I'm going to use my plasma lance to fire at his Algoryn AI team on the wall. Either way, I'm looking for 4s across the board, 3s with the yellow dice. So, or no, it was 3 across the board because it's not effective, and the building. So I have 2 luckies that hit the cannon team. These all miss, and the lance hits the other team. So I'm going to use my reroll, and I get a 10, so nothing. So Sergei's weapons team needs to absorb 2 shots at strike value 2, and the Algoryn team needs this 1 at 4.
Who are you going to allocate these ones to?
Crew members, and the I'll do crew member and the drone. So your spotter drone's dead.
Crew member fine, and my AI trooper also fine.
Algoryn.
I'll be performing a firing order with this AI squad. They must pass the command test, which they absolutely do. And I am firing at Kevin's strike troop. All the way over here, I am at 5s to hit across the board with 4 mag guns and 2 overload ammo X launchers. I hit with most of the shots. That's pretty good. I'll take that.
So that's 2 strike value 3s and 2 strike value 1s. I'm gonna have my leader take one of the strike value 3s. And he does not pass, but I get to re-roll. Oh, he's dead. And then I have a regular troop taking the next strike value 3, and he fails and is dead. And then the other 2 regular guys are gonna take the strike value 1, and they're both fine. So my leader and a normal guy are dead, and I get 1 pin. Wee bae. Not the best start. Concord. Last unit I have access to is my T7 transport, which noses in with an advance. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you want to spring your ambush?
Yes, that is absolutely true. I'm hoping my abysmal luck with the drone translates to great luck here, and I miss. Okay, I have a spotter.
You miss. Well, I'm lucky. Well, since I did an advance order, now I'm gonna shoot. And my target is going to be the guys who just shot at me. So I'm machine intelligence of 6, down to 4s because of the building and rapid fire. And I only hit once. So Sergey, it's a 1. I'm just gonna put it on a normal crew member. So you have res 7 up to 10. I'm sorry, yeah, 10. Yeah, you're good.
Other way, 10 is good, yeah.
You're way good.
1 pin. Algoryn. I'm going to perform a firing order with this unit here, and I will be placing it on Kevin's drone. I want that thing dead. It's rightfully dead. I will be placing 2 space pineapples on it. The first one is placed conveniently on top of his head, and it rolls to hit. And does it hit directly? That does hit directly, and I will place the second pineapple, again, right on top of him, and hit directly again. All right, that's awesome.
So that generates 2d4 strike value 0 hits. And then you have 4 mag guns to shoot other than that.
2d4 hits, magic missile. 5 hits, that's pretty good. And then my mag gun hits. Wow.
2 hits.
All right.
2 miss. Or 3 hits.
No, yeah, 3 hit.
5 hits at strike value 0, my save will be 8. And then the mag guns, my save is 8 up to 10, down to 9. So I only fail on a 0 for the blue dice. Everything else I need 8 or lower. Woo! So I only fail once. Fateful roll, 50-50 chance that I die.
Come on. Oh, he's dead.
And my poor little drone is a crater. I decided to bring them along because I never do, and that's 100% why I never do. I have the last 2 order dice in the bag for turn 1, and so I'm going to advance with my T7 and probably charge the gate with my new. So this person is good. This T7. You know what? That's more progressive.
Machines are people too.
Yeah, machines are people too. This is the Concord. So advance, and it's gonna fire all 3 shots into this tower. I'm just gonna utilize this right here. I'm at 6s minus 1, so I hit once. So you have to make 1 save.
It's a lucky. Who do you want to put it on?
Just a regular guy. 6.
And I think I'm dead. Am I dead?
9 is what you are at a 7 plus 3 is 10. So
no, I'm good.
No, you're good.
All right, but a 3rd pin, which is pretty significant. I have pins equal to people in my unit, so I have to take a command test or go down. And I do.
Yeah, you pass because you're command 8.
Command 8.
Good.
Okay.
And the space wizard leaps from her chariot, charging. It's gonna have to be a sprint order. It's gonna have to be a sprint order. So real quick, let me see how her sprint goes. I think she's like agility 4 or something. Oh, fantastic. So that's great. Now, it works just like a regular assault. So she gets to shoot her stave as she's coming forward. She's accuracy 6, so she hits. It generates a D3 strike value 6 hits. So right off the get, the wizard does 12 total damage to the gate. It only has 3 hit points left. So going into the close combat phase, charging that hits because I think her strength is only 4.
Yep, and that's all you need. It's gone. So, the gate is destroyed.
Yeah.
And crushes everything.
There we go.
I just realized that we went very Star Wars with this. We have a space wizard cutting through a door with a laser weapon to get this suspiciously Trade Federation looking diplomat.
I did name him the Viceroy too, so.
Yeah.
I don't care, I vote yes.
This was a pretty brutal turn for the Concord death-wise. However, objective-wise, the New Who has broken down the gate and is setting themselves up to be in a pretty good position to clear out this wall, giving Kevin's drop troops, which are coming in the turn after next, a clear way to abscond with the Diplomat. This is still anyone's game, particularly if this new who can weather the storm of Algoryn fire.
Going into turn 2, the Concord now have 4 order dice, and the Algoryn have 4 as well. Algoryn.
Hopefully I will be performing a killing blow with this unit firing into Kevin's 3-man strike squad.
You'll never kill them.
I don't know, it could be mortar face all over again. I am firing overload, and it's just like the last time where I'm 5s across the board.
Nice. You run out of overload with one of your guys.
Yep.
You roll a 10.
Miss. Oh, 3 hits.
This feels pretty good. I only have 3 guys, so the yellow dice is going to represent my plasma lance. So I am at 7s down to 6s. Oof. So plasma lance dies. That's so funny because I accidentally rolled a 7 when I dropped it. Everybody else is fine. Since I have 2 pins and 2 individuals now, I must test. I get a 5, so I'm good. Concord, it's New Who time. Like I said, it's New Who time. My New Who is going to do a run order to get to this door and be up in the tower with these unfortunate guys.
They're probably, they already have 3 pins. This is not their day.
Yeah, they ain't happy.
Kevin has charged me and I'm pretty much dead in the water. He has a battlefield that suffuses his entire body and I have 3 pins, so I'm hitting on 1s and I'm shooting mag pistols rather than the cannon.
And I will of course be shooting my charged Imtel stave.
Hitting on 1s! Yeah, I got a couple 2s, and I don't have oh, yep, you killed my spotter, so.
Stave, an 8. So that is still a miss, because I needed a, I think 5 or lower. 6? I still think that misses, because I have accuracy 6, you're inside of a building, which is -1. And
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, so we're going on to close combat.
In close combat, I'm back up to 5s. I hit you twice. I'm punching you to death.
Yeah, right. So I also hit, but mine is with a strike value. Oh, I'm sorry, I get 3 attacks. I'm sorry. So, oof.
Oh, but you experience plasma fade.
So yes, my staff does burn out. We'll find out if it replenishes by the end of this turn. But Sergey still has to take 2 strike value 6 hits, meaning his guys only save on 1s.
Yeah.
So 1 fails, 1 saves. He has 4 pins total now. I have 2 saves to take on 6s or lower because he's strike value 1 with those pistols. And so I fail both. I have leader 2 though, so I'm fine to reroll on both. So I'm fine on both.
Aw. My leadership, as Kevin has obviously won the combat. Yep, I'm gone. Good news is he technically hasn't destroyed the gun, but everyone around it is dead, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That was brutal. Kevin's final position in the tower upon the wall.
Concord again. For this turn, I will use the T7 with another advance, 5 inches up, and I'm going to fire all my shots into this Algoryn unit that has not yet gone or run out of overload ammo. I am at 6s down to 4s once again. Ooh, way better. I'm gonna have the lucky land on an X launcher guy.
7s. And I'm good, but I do take a pin. Algoryn. I'll be firing with my mag cannon into this transport. I'm not super likely to destroy it, but if I do, a lucky hit. It's irrelevant.
Doesn't matter, but yeah. So my armor is 13. Brought down to 8 by your gun. I got a 2. But I do take a pin. I might go down. You never know.
Algoryn.
Kevin, be my hands. I'm going to attempt a run order with this unit.
Oh, they go down.
You're terrible at being my
sorry.
hands. I'll never trust you again.
Once again, I have the last 2 order dice, so I will, I'm gonna actually do a run order with this transport. I have to pass a test just like Sergey. And just like Sergey, I go down. So Sergey, you still got what you wanted.
It is. It's the
Fair
closest. It's your hands, Kevin. Something's wrong with your hands.
Fair is fair. So these gentlemen are also in a terrible spot. So I'm gonna actually have them run and sprint towards the transport.
Okay.
So and they also don't do it. They lose a pin, but they go down. Now, that is the end of the turn, so real quick, I have 2 units that are down. So these guys are down with 1 pin. I got a 6, so I lose the pin and get the base back. My transport is leadership 8, Oh my god, it's still down with 1 dice. That is so annoying.
And Kevin, I don't know why I trust you, but be my hands.
And you're good.
All right, yes. That turn started off with a lion's roar, with Kevin destroying a unit, and kind of ended with a whimper with the rest of his units going down. And we rolled it off camera, and his Nuhu staff did not recover. So the Algoryn have a little bit of breathing room here. But again, the Concord have done a fairly effective job of setting up the battlefield for Kevin's drop troops, which are going to enter the battlefield on this turn.
This turn, the Concord drop troops are going to show up, giving 3 more order dice to the Concord, meaning they total 6 now, and the Algoryn still have 3 at the moment. Concord. My Nuhu is in a very compromised position, and I don't want her to die. So she is going to run outside of the building, jump off the wall, and run back into the transport. So I'm going to do a sprint check, which is 3, so she actually doesn't fail it. And that means that the Nuhu is now reloaded into the transport. Algoryn.
That pin I put on Kevin's transport turned out to be pretty useful last time, so I'm gonna do it again. Fire a mag cannon shot into this and hit.
Hit.
You want me to roll your rest? You got it. You don't
So
trust
I'm
my
at-
hands?
Well,
Oh, come on.
I'm good, but I do get a pin.
Concord.
Well, before these 2 poor dudes just get wiped off the field, I'm actually just going to advance into this forest and shoot at the Algoryn that are decimating them on the wall.
First, an agility save. Whoop. 5, so I'm good. That gets me to about right here. And there's no finesse to this. I have 2 dudes. I do have a spotter drone. I'm gonna fire at them, which means I have 4s to hit, and I get a reroll because of the spotter. Whoop. Oh, 1 and a 9. Whoop. 3, both hits. So the 1 will go on the Micro X that has ammunition for his overload, and that'll be whoever.
First, the overload is fine.
He's good, just barely.
Because I'm 10s down to 8s,
Yep.
and I'm fine as well. But I do get a pin.
You just take a pin.
Concord.
I'm going to try to advance with my transport. I do have to pass on a 7 or lower, or technically it's I have leadership 10. I'm sorry, so it would be 9 or lower because of the Nuhu. So I'm good. I lose my single pin, and my other dice I get to advance 5 inches. Whoop, and I'm going to shoot all 3 shots into that cannon team. You know it, you love it. 4s to hit. God bless. 2 10s and an 8. Nothing. We're good. Concord. My first drop squad, Hyperlights. Envelopes, I'm not quite sure what that means. It's going to be that they appear right in the back. It's my commander with a Medi drone, and that is all they can do. Algoryn.
I'll be performing a firing order with my Algoryn on the wall all the way over to here, placing my space pineapple right there, and deviating. I'm gonna roll it here so it doesn't get stuck somewhere.
Oh, 4 inches, so.
Yeah, no, 5 inches.
So 5 inches does deviate quite a bit, but the thing is that we hardly ever play in scenarios like this, or environments like this. As long as he hits the building, he hits the unit. So they are struck by that. So you just roll your other one too.
Yep.
Because it's probably gonna.
Can you see here?
Yep. Oh, never mind. Okay, so that's 5 inches
Oh,
the
wait.
other direction.
The first one was my roll to hit. I should have done roll to scattered.
Oh, well,
So
then
this should have
guess
technically
it's
been
never
my
mind.
scattered.
Okay, so just kidding. So 5 inches in that direction is definitely going off the building.
So yeah, that does actually go off the building. But now we move on to my second shot, which will be right here. I roll another 9 and then deviates 4 inches, which will definitely still be on the building.
Yeah, it'll be on the building. So one of the regular hits still hit. Now you also have 4 mag guns that still need to shoot.
First things first, I'm generating hits.
2.
And then only the 4 hits, unfortunately, but that means Kevin does have to contend with a strike value 1 shot and 2 strike value 0 shots.
My Hyperlight armor makes my armor save of 7 go up to 8 versus the strike value 0. So I'll have my 2 normal troops take the strike value 0 hits. I pass with both. And then my leader is 7 up to 10, or sorry, up to 9 from the building down to 8. So he's fine as well. So the command squad gets 1 pin. Algoryn.
The time has come. It is time to execute this unit. I do have to take a command test.
They'll never die.
And we're good. And I'm going to fire with my 1 remaining overload ammo and a regular shot. I forgot they were in cover. I'm just gonna fire 2 regular shots. So Space Pineapple will go over that guy.
First roll to hit, so we don't forget.
Yep. I miss.
Okay.
I deviate.
3 inches is gonna miss.
3 inches. Yeah, we'll definitely miss. Then second one
Hits.
hits. Okay, sweet. Overhead shots.
Ooh,
4. Nice. And then the rest of them are all hitting on 6s. Whew. not great for 6s, but so that's 6 shots total, 4 of which are strike value 0, and the rest are strike value 1.
Just to be fair, they're gonna take even amounts. So each person gets 2 strike value 1s and strike value 0s and strike value 1. Their res on the 1 is gonna be 7s up to 9 down to 8, and these are at 8s because of the hyperlight armor. So 8 across the board. So first guy's fine. Oh my god. Second guy's fine. Last 2 of the dice are once again to the Concord. All I have is drop troops that are hyperlighting in. So we have 1 unit that has appeared right next to the Concord commander, and then another that is occupying the empty tower. I must pass a leadership test because I have 1 down order for the drone. I got a 9, but I have to check. I'm pretty sure. Well, never mind. My new who, no matter what, is command 9.
Yeah.
If not 10, so we're good. Now that it is the end of the turn, I can see if my Intel stave has recharged, and it still hasn't. God bless.
Like I said before, the Concord have set themselves up very well to get off of the field from this central position. However, the Algoryn are going to have their assault troops come in from either side of the field, creating a really spooky little alley of doom here for the Concord to traverse before they get the win.
Going into turn 4, the Algoryn now have 3 more order dice because their 2 assault squads, including the commander and the medic team, are now arriving from each side of the field. And the Concord maintain 6 at the moment. I didn't add any army options to either of our forces, so if I don't get this dice, I am screwed. Ha-ha! Concord! Okay, so I'm obviously going to be trying to get the VIP out of that building ASAP. I will, of course, choose the non-pinned full-strength unit. They are going to do a run order. Since I'm in a building, it's kind of just like that, and I like grab them, and now I need to figure out what path I want to escape. I'm going for gold. I'm going to run straight into the streets, just into the open. But the thing is that I put this here because I knew this is what I was going to attempt to do. I have to do an agility test when I'm sprinting from the edge of this, and to try to get to this is my final position. So first, I'm going to see if this slows me down. It's a 50-50 chance. Oh.
Got her.
Yes!
Oh, that sucks.
So, but I might get a pin.
Got her.
Yes, so I end with a pin. But I am literally already...
That's pretty good.
Yep. Yes. Concord! My drop squad is going to run and charge into these dudes.
This is a very Sergey move.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very bloodthirsty.
I'm going to absolutely do a sprint check, and I gotta check their agility because of the grab shoots. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. In close combat, or not close, point blank shooting, I'll be firing with overload ammo, direct fire, and
×2, or
yeah, well, from both my X-Sling
and the leader.
And then the rest of it is all night guns.
For the drop troops, I will be firing with all, even though I have 2 lances, there's only 1. I didn't pay for the extra guy. So all of them are gonna fire with plasma carbines at strike value 2 so that I hit more reliably. And then my leader is gonna fire his X-Sling launcher that has sling net ammo. My agility is 6. My sprint check is a 7. Crap! So I take a pin, but you do have to re-roll.
Yep, I feel very vindicated not using the sling net now.
Yeah. With the pin from sprinting, I am now hitting on only 4s. Oof. So, oh my lord, I only hit once. Sergey, you're lucky. You get a pin?
It is a lucky though. Who do you want to put it on?
I will put it on your leader.
He's fine. I have 2 overload shots and 4 regular shots, all of which are hitting on 5s.
Nice.
That's not great, but it's not bad either. So that's 1 overload and 1 regular.
But you have to re-roll because I sprinted.
Nope, same thing.
Okay. So, I will take them on regular individuals. My saves are sadly only 6s. So the person who has the overload shot is down to 3s. And so they're fine. And the other one is down to 5s. And they're fine as well. So we both have 1 pin going into close combat. I am going to be using my X-Slings all across the board. So I'm going to be hitting on 6. So I failed twice. All 3 of those hits generate D3. Oh, 9.
There's a lot going on here. So my leader is fine. My X-Sling that still has overhead ammo, or overload ammo, is
Exactly good.
is fine. X-Sling that does not is fine. Some regular guy is fine.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Regular guy is dead.
Come on, die. I want more. Damn
Nope. So he's killed one guy. Now I am striking back with a X sling and then just 5 more dudes. Blue hitting on 6s, red hitting on 5s. 3 hits.
So these are all strike value 0s. I will take 1 on a leader because I get a reroll, and the other 2 on just normal guys. My save is 6. So my leader fails. And he's fine, thank the Lord. So we both have 1. Oh no, you have 2 pins because you lost 1 guy. So you must take a save on 6s or lower.
I'm good and I lose a pin.
So we're gonna continue. So I won. So once again, I am still hitting on 6s. This time, way worse. So I only score 1 hit and it generates 2 saves.
Leader regular guy. Good on both. Same thing as last time, 6s and 5s. Terrible shooting this time around, but
I hit with the overload.
I hit with the overload, so
I'm gonna take the overload on my leader because they can potentially reroll, and the strike value 0 on my normal guy. So normal guy is fine. Leader is not fine. Leader is not fine. So you killed the leader, giving me 2 pins, meaning I actually lost this time, and I'm fine. But we do break apart, not having killed each other.
unfortunately, Kevin was in position to do a very dastardly thing here in that he can now body block me from getting to the ladders because he consolidated first, being the loser of the combat. So I am stuck up on this wall, even though I really want to be down here.
Concord again.
Alrighty then.
My Nuhu is going to advance out of the transport because she really hasn't much to do, and the only people that she can shoot at is going to be the weapons team. So I'm going to fire with my plasma pistol once. I'm at 6 to hit, but I did -1 because they're in a building. I got a 9. I have a spotter, so I'm going to reroll, and I got a 5, so I hit. So you have strike value 2 that you need to contend with, but your save is up to 10, so you only fail on a 9 or a 10.
1 save.
Whoop.
I'm fine because it's strike value 2.
You only fail on a 9 or a 10.
Algoryn. I had to do this off camera because it was kind of a finicky move, but I am advancing with all of these fellows to shoot at this unit here. I am going to fire sling net from everything that's possible to fire sling net from. I have 4 mag guns and 2 X launchers firing sling net ammo directly. I hit with the sling net and missed with these, but got a lucky. Do you have anyone special in that unit?
There is technically a leader and a lance guy.
I'll kill the lance guy, I guess.
So the sling net just results in 2 pins. And this is, I will take 1 of my leader. So this is the lance dude. His armor is 7 down to 6s. So he's fine. The other regular guy is 7 down to 6, he's fine. And my leader is fine.
Algoryn. I'm performing a firing order with my mag cannon directly into this unit right over here.
Point blank mag cannon rounds has just got to be something that scares you when it whizzes by.
Yeah. Especially when it hits.
Yo.
You want me to just roll your res?
No, I
assuming on a leader.
So, no, I'll take it on a regular guy because I want to keep the leader. And I have a med drone, so it doesn't matter. So I have only a save of 1. Oh.
I swear to God, with your gutters.
Ah!
Oh, come on!
But I do take a 3rd pin, which is the most important part of this.
Algoryn. I'm going to sprint on with my Algoryn assault squad here. I do need to roll a sprint check.
Is that your commander? Or?
Yes, and I failed, so I do get a pin, unfortunately. Me again. I'll be advancing on with my medical team and shooting this unit here.
They already got 2 pins, not a bad idea.
2 shots, hitting on 4s. I hit with a lucky, and I will place it on a lance, I guess.
My armor is 7, or I'm sorry, he's close enough. So it's 6 brought up to 8, and I'm good. So, well, I get a 3rd pin though.
Algoryn again. I'll be performing a run and a charge into Kevin's drop troops. They have 3 pins, but I still have 1. I'm good, I lose my pin. And I'll be shooting Kevin with my overload ammo from 2 fellows, and the rest of them have mag guns.
I will respond by firing all 4 of the, I only have 3 X-slings because my last guy has the lance, so he will fire a single strike value 2 shot. So I will unfortunately only be hitting on 1s or 2s.
Yeah, oh, pretty bad, pretty bad. So that is, let's see here, just 2 hits. One of them is with overload, one of them is regular.
Okay, so my overload is going to go on the Plasma Lance guy because he's not good in close combat. So his save is going to be 3s. And then the strike value 1 is going to go on just a normal guy. So his save will be 5s. So I'm fine with the Lance, not fine with the regular guy. So not the outcome I wanted. So that's going to garner me a pin and a death. Simultaneous, so I still get all my shots. It's hitting on, all of them are only hitting on 1 or a 2. Oh, hells yes. So I hit once with the strike value 2 shot, and I hit once with a blast, generating 3 hits. So get wrecked, Sergey. The strike value 2, strike value 3. Yes!
Ooh, one guy dies. Going into close combat, I'm equipped with an X-Sling, which I'll be using overload ammo in, and then the rest are all just fiests.
And I have X-Sling on 2 of my soldiers. The Lance is just using Concord Kung Fu.
6s and 7s, and all of them hit.
My Lancer is going to take the overload, and he's fine. And then one of the dudes is going to take 2 strike value 0s, and he's double dead. And the other guy takes the other one, and he's fine. So I've lost 1 gentleman. 2 X-Slings on a punch, hitting on 5s. Woo! 3, dang. So,
1 on everyone. All
dang,
good.
All good, yep. So I fail by a big time. I have 1 to 4, and I'm fine. So we go into the second round of fighting. So I have 1 X-Sling now, and 1 Concord Kung Fu. The blue is the X-Sling, I'm sorry, it's the special one. So neither of them hit.
All right, hopefully this nails your coffin shut.
I'll survive.
Oh, I ran out of ammo.
And you missed.
And I missed.
So each one of them gets a 2. So the Lance is the black dice. He just doesn't want to die, even though I want him to die. And he still doesn't die, but that guy does. So I have 1 individual left. I have 5 total pins. And I got a 1, losing the pin. And so we now consolidate.
Well, and of course the consolidation is the same as before, so I still can't get off the damn wall. Well, because the losers get to consolidate first, I am still unable to get down this damn ladder. So not only has Kevin rebuffed me, he has blocked me from advancing.
Last Algoryn dice.
I have to sprint this last unit onto the field. I really want to eliminate an order dice, but the objective is all that matters. Sprint test.
2.
A 2, I'm good. And I kind of get
So your regular assaults are primed position.
on over here.
The last 4 dice are now mine, so I got a lot of stuff to do. The drone wants to come into play, so I'm advancing, and I'm gonna be firing all 3 shots into those dudes right there. I literally only suffered from rapid fire, so I'm at 5s to hit. So all 4 hit, so you need to save on 4s. Oh, you got a leader,
Oh. It doesn't matter, I'm good.
No, because you failed on the 5.
Oh, shoot. My leader does get to reroll.
Yes, dead.
Well, my commander is now dead. That was a harsh entry to the field.
I will continue my onslaught with a fire order. That's not correct, don't mind the dice. Into his other non-hurt assault troops. Since it's a fire order, I'm hitting on 6s. Oh, yes. So 2 hit, so you have to have 2 saves. 1 can be on your leader. Oh!
That's 1 failure and 1 reroll.
Oh!
God,
So I
you
killed the leader
2 guys.
and the dude and give you a pin. 2 dudes back here, still in the game. I'm gonna
Still very in the game.
Okay, I do a 3, I lose the pin. I'm gonna fire twice at the backs of these poor dudes up here. I miss with 1, I hit with another.
All right. Taking it on my leader.
You're good.
I'm good.
But you do get a second pin. Last unit is the commander. It's a series of events. First, I must roll a command of 8 or lower.
Not
7.
rolling on the
So I'm
road.
good. So I lose the pin. Now I'm going to do the exact same order as these folks. So I have to do an agility test and a sprint test. So my agility is 6. So I pass. Pass. So they are going to literally come up to like an inch or 2 shorter than these guys.
Are you gonna grab the
Oh,
objective?
of course I am, yes. Because they're just so much. Because I can still have my new. They can either win the game in 1 turn, or the new who can still run forward, grab it, and sprint away.
The game has come down to one thing and one thing only. who gets the next order dice. If Kevin pulls the first dice of next turn, he very clearly wins. If I pull it, I have to pass a command check and hopefully slaughter that unit and prevent that win from happening.
The Algoryn in turn 5 had 6 order dice, but the hazards are coming in hot. So they are going to have 8 total, which might give them that advantage because the Concord is down to 7.
Nontus Dominus. Who will it be?
Ah, not an instant
Oh,
win.
that's awesome. Okay, well,
You're going to charge, right?
I'm gonna charge with the unit with 1 pin. Are you gonna try to run to cover?
I'm going to react by trying to run away, yes. But I have to look at all of the rules for that.
We'll figure that out exactly. It all comes down to this.
So
Kevin just...
I accidentally made a really good combo because I didn't know this was going to come into play. I usually, if you watch our channel, I have the worst luck humanly possible with reactions, even though I keep trying. The new Who, using the special character rules from Crisis, whatever book, is whatever book, I can't remember what it's called ever.
It's been a long report.
Initiative 9, and she has hero. So literally, I just gotta roll not a 10.
Come on, roll a 10, please.
Oh, okay. So I
okay.
don't roll a 10. What happens
The
is
Diplomat sprints off the field, and Kevin is the victor of this match. Good game, Kevin.
that was fun.
That was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. Just in the nick of time, the Diplomat is whisked away by the brave Concord commander, eluding the clutches of the Algoryn Prosperate. This Determinate race will now become a part of the pan-human Concord.
Well, Sergey, thank you for taking a journey into my imagination.
I mean, this was a really fun scenario.
Narrative scenarios are like purely narrative scenarios.
And this one was
incredibly
very
fun.
purely narrative.
Oh yeah, everything about this game was very
I think
illegal.
it functioned almost a little bit better than we thought it would.
Yeah.
We were a little worried that it would be one-sided
Just
in
so
my
happens
favor.
We're pretty good at this.
Well, we do it a lot.
Yeah.
But I think rhythmically it was really good.
Yeah.
I think maybe obviously and I don't think they ever would. Now that I've played the scenario, I don't think the hazards will ever come into play. In the last bit.
Yeah, that was
Unless the Concord really got trashed, and then it would just be adding on to the trashing.
Yeah, I mean, like, I did get incredibly lucky with my rolls. I think that if I wouldn't have rolled so well, it would have, a lot of things would have not gone as good for me, and that's all you needed. It was literally, if you would have just had a few more units open to attack.
Which is good though, which means the scenario is running well.
Yeah.
If like it was just like, oh, if this one roll, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But it is like the fact, and I will say, and I think I told you, is that I didn't account for the numerical advantage of the defenses, and so I think that carried the Algoryn's battle. Whereas that, like you said, the hazards really were never going to come into play. No. So
they sort of kind of came into play because I did get
two dice,
the last order dice.
Yeah,
which was important despite that escape order. But.
Exactly. But I would say the things that I learned in creating the scenario after playtesting it is, like I said, you definitely want to take into account any advantage you give anybody. Since both were we were going to both have drop troops, I thought that was even. Obviously, I should probably look at that again, because it probably would have been a little bit more fair if you had a unit deployed within the base already, maybe, that could just be on defense. Maybe the VIP would have a... Because the problem is, I was thinking about having the VIP have an escort unit, but it's so hard to kill whole units in Antares that I thought that was going to slow the whole thing down.
I kind of agree. I think that would be... putting the thumb on the scale a little bit too much in the way of, like, I think if we were to change anything, it would be like a very small tweak.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure what it would be, but I think it would have to be pretty tiny, else it balanced things too far one way.
Now, if you want to take this into your own games, though, the biggest example is that me and Sergey have many times said we like playing smaller games. This is kind of the way to speed up a game in which you have a lot of units, because you kind of, if you organize when each unit arrives, you can make the game a little bit more manageable. Because it was really fun that it was like 2 snappy first turns and then the business end.
I actually really liked that, because it had like a very driving This is so like esoteric, but it had like a very driving energy to it. You know what I mean? Like
That's
it
what
kept
you
on
can- well,
pushing forward, which is cool.
Yeah, and if you're designing your own incredibly narrative scenarios, where like Sergey didn't even make his army up. I wrote
No, it was
both
like
lists,
straight
like,
up. Yeah.
So every aspect was already pre-made. Like, look at your favorite movies and stuff, because like you're just making action sequences. And this one, I literally said, I was like, what if we did a scenario where there's a VIP that you need to grab and take and extract?
Yeah.
And so that was the whole theme. And then the biggest tweak was creating a new victory element, which is the VIP or Diplomat or whatever you want to call it. And the biggest differences was that it operates more like a character. So Sergey did point out, I did sprint with it. I didn't say in the beginning if you could sprint or not sprint with the objective, but that would be how this objective, if you want to take it into your own games, works a little different than the rogue drones. You can load them into a transport, which I did not end up doing, and you can sprint with them. So if you want to mix it up, that's one way of doing it. Well, we obviously enjoyed playing this scenario, and if you enjoyed watching the scenario, you should absolutely like this video and help in our battle against the algorithm. Comment if you have any questions below, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Subscribe, we'd love to have you.
If you want to support this channel even further, we do now have TTW swag, which you can find right beneath this video. We also have an affiliate link, which will take you to the Warlords store, and anything you purchase there will give me, Kevin, a small commission.
And if you want to support the channel the best way pan-humanly possible, you should consider joining our Patreon campaign, where you now gain access to our video development vlogs that are patron exclusive.
And on the note of patrons, our army grows by 2 men-at-arms.
Our brand new men-at-arms are Jasper Batcher
And Loki, Old Dust. They thunder onto the battlefield with halberds raised high and shields also in a phalanx of massive upper body strength.
I don't think that's how phalanxes work.
They're strong enough. We also give them handguns if things go bad. And as always, we need to thank our tabletop lords and ladies, Nick Hobbs,
Elizabeth Allen,
and Will Connell,
as well as our tabletop warlords,
Knight Silva,
and Michael Crow,
and our tabletop emperor, John Roberts, the man with the upper body strength to move mountains.
I saw them open a tin can with just his chin. That's not as cool. I don't know why I followed the mountain thing with the tin can. I mean, I guess it has utility.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
Yeah,
you
know what?
can't win
You're
battles
starving
if you
the
can't
apocalypse.
eat beans. Yeah,
That's the truth. Lunatic zone has been reached.
Hey, good battle. That was fun.